Hi, I'm Adam Platt, an owner at Arise to Connect, and today I really want to talk about influence and how that influence can really have this ripple effect on those around us, especially our children or family members, our spouse, or other loved ones and friends that are around us, and how we can use that influence to help them be better people. Specifically, when I talk about influence, I'm talking about positive influence, right? Because influence can be good or bad, but today I want to talk about and focus on positive influence and how we can use that positive influence to help those around us. You know, my children, I've noticed a big difference in their personalities and their ambitions and goals as I've kind of changed my positive influence on them and really helped focus on myself, because it starts with you. And if you don't have that positive ability to influence them, then it's not going to help them. If we go around and we're negative and we're upset and we're always looking for the bad in every situation, that's going to rub off on those. That's the negative influence. We want to have the positive influence. So today I want to talk about that positive influence and how we can use that, again, to have that ripple effect. My children they've just grown so much since I've worked on my positive attitude. And I've seen a big difference in how they've gone after their schooling, their homework, how they interact with their friends, how they look for opportunities to be more positive in their own lives. And again, with my spouse, the same thing, is we both have worked on being more positive and looking for the good and having that influence, that broader influence on those around us. We've noticed a big difference on those people around us. It can be a powerful and amazing thing to use that positive influence for others. So today I want to give you 3 things that can really help you create that positive influence with those around you and the circle of people that you really do want to influence. Number 1 is you have to have that positive mindset. You have to create that inside of your mind. If you're always thinking negative and always thinking about those bad things, then you're not going to have a positive influence. You're going to have the opposite. You're going to have a negative influence on those people around you. So you've got to have your positive influence. You've got to think good things are coming. Good things are going to happen. You've got to think positively. Be a positive thinker in all aspects of your life. I know life can get hard. Life can get you down sometimes, but if you always approach it as, hey, what is the positive I can learn from this? What is the thing that I can take away? And what can I do to move forward in a positive manner? That's going to really help create that positive influence around us, because our thinking and our positive thinking specifically shapes who we are. If we're positive, we're going to have more positive energy and influence on those around us. If we're negative, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be negative. We're going to bring people down. We've got to have that positive mindset. You've got to have that ability to create that positive thinking in your brain, because it's going to rub off and it's going to go out and it's going to influence other people. The next thing you got to do is you got to have congruent thinking. Who are you? We all have these masks that sometimes we wear, where we're a different person when we go to work or church or when we're at home with our families. But the more you can become congruent with who you are, with the way you think, and then act the way you always should be, then that's going to have a great influence on those around you. Because the more congruent, and I've noticed this in my life, the more congruent I am, you have those positive thoughts. So you change your inside thinking first, and then you're congruent with that. You act that way. You're slower to get angry, and you talk and you think positive things, and you're congruent with that, and you outwardly show that. Then you're going to have a great influence, and you're going to set a role model for those around you, especially your children. Your children are always going to look at you. There's the saying that our actions always speak louder than our words. Yeah, they really do, right? If you say one thing and you do another, your kids, those around you, your people at work that you work with, they're going to notice that. They're going to see it. If you're a boss or a manager, and you say something and then do something completely opposite, they're going to notice. Your employees are going to notice, and they're going to just blow it off. You're not going to have an influence. You're not going to be able to impact them to do better, to work, and to accomplish the goals that you set as a manager for them, or for your children, or for your spouse, or anybody. You've got to be congruent. You can't say one thing and do another. You've got to be congruent with who you are. That means that you're the same on the outside as you are on the inside. The way you think inside is the way you act on the outside. Congruent. You're congruent with yourself. You are the same through and through. So work on that. Work on being congruent. I know it can be hard because we have this thing where we always want to be somebody depending on who we're around. We want to have this ability to portray who we are in a different light maybe. But the more you can become congruent and act fully with who you really are in any situation, and act in positive and have high values and morals, man, people are going to see that, and they're going to follow you as a leader. You're going to have greater influence on them, and they're going to want to be a person who is around you. They're not going to want to look for other ways of finding the influence. They're going to look at you, and they're going to follow you. That's influence, man. That's so powerful. And the next thing is you got to connect with others. How do you connect with others? What does that mean? It means you give your full presence to whoever you're focused on at the time. If you're home with your children, give your presence and your attention to them. Connect with them. Connect with your spouse. We can all connect more fully with our loved ones. So connect and put full intention into that relationship. You know, when you walk through that door after coming home from work, leave your work behind you as much as you can and give your presence and intention. Set that intention that, hey, I'm going to focus. I'm going to listen to my children's day. I'm going to ask them questions about how their day was and what happened and what great things they had and successes they had. Talk to your spouse. Pay attention to your spouse. So give your full intention and relationship and presence to those relationships. Connect with others. And it goes with the same when you're at work, when your employees are talking to you, your co-workers. Listen to them. Don't just blow them off or whatever. The more you can connect, the more you can listen, ask good questions, the greater influence you're going to have on those people around you. So those are just three, really, they sound simple, but man, if you can master that, oh, you're going to have a great amount of influence on those around you, those people, your kids. Again, it's just a ripple effect, because as they have positive influences on them, they're going to be more positive. And it just goes and goes and goes. They influence their friends. Those friends influence their friends and maybe their parents. It's just this ripple effect. And if we can get that ripple effect to just go out and spread around the world, think about the amazing things that this world could become and the amazing opportunities that we have to just make the world a greater place, a happier place with more joy, vibrancy, more love and caring. And we can go out, we can do that, but it starts with us. Positive mindset, being congruent with who you are. Don't try to act and be someone you're not. Be that positive influence on others and be totally invested in it, and then connect. You've got to connect with people. If you're not connecting, they're not going to listen. They're not going to be influenced. They're not going to follow. You're not going to be a leader. It's important. Those three things are such key, important factors in being a positive influencer in those people around you. I hope you got some value out of this week. I hope that you go out and you practice these things. You start your positive mindset, being congruent with who you are, and then connect with others. You'll notice a big difference, I promise. Go out, give it a try, and I hope that you'll come back and you'll visit these other trainings that I'm going to put out every week. New trainings on my YouTube channel, on my blog. Go and you can subscribe and get those right to your inbox. I hope you'll come back and you'll visit, because I've got so much more I can teach you that I've learned from my own experiences of working with my children and coworkers and the success I've seen as I've implemented these amazing things in my life. So go out and have an amazing week, and I look forward to talking to you more next week. Thanks.